Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to And Unity for All. Texit. Texas is at it again, talking about seceding from the United States. Let's take a look at this and just how stupid this idea is, okay? Now, full disclosure here, I was born in Texas. I was raised in Texas. You know, I call myself a Texan. This idea of seceding from the United States, yeah, it came up when I was younger, and I wasn't necessarily for it, but I wasn't against it, you know. Since then, I've learned and matured a lot. But obviously, many people don't bother with that. You know, this is all based on bragging, boasting. You know, we never gave up our independence. We're independent. We can survive without the United States. And there's so many things about this that, you know, the people pushing these ideas don't think about, they don't discuss it at all. So let's look at some of the things that would be involved here. Texas has more military bases than any other state in the nation. Fort Hood alone takes up 339 square miles. Surrounding those bases, you've got small businesses that rely on, and corporate businesses that rely on the money that soldiers and airmen spend, and Navy, you know, sailors spend. You take away that money, you know, those military bases will shut down if Texas is no longer part of the United States. So you remove all of those soldiers and all of those airmen and sailors. I'm just going to say soldiers for brevity, okay? You look at a map of military bases, and those are only the recognized ones. There are black sites in Texas that aren't on a map. And the land mass of those military bases combined make up more than some states. People think that they can just reclaim that land. And no, the military is well known for contaminating land, including unexploded munitions, ordnance, and we'll make them clean it up. Yeah, take a look at what the U.S. military has done in other countries, which now Texas would be another country. Look at what our government has done with contaminated sites in other countries that they abandoned. Yeah, you tell me that the U.S. government is going to do that. Yeah, you're insane. Okay, so you've got, you know, civilian workers and contractors, loss of revenue from all of that. And, okay, all the businesses surrounding them, you know, the loss of revenue, including sales tax. I'll get back to that. Colleges and universities. Look how many students from the military go to different colleges and universities. They would have to close down entire satellite extensions, which means loss of jobs for teachers and all the supporting personnel. Federal student loans and grants would no longer be an option. Federal money for education would no longer be a thing. All right, Border Patrol. Yeah. So you take away the federal government, and all of the vehicles, all the equipment, all that stuff has to be replaced. You know, it'll create jobs. No, it won't. You're getting rid of federal jobs, and you'll just have to hire new people. So you've got a one-on-one trade. You may be actually eliminating jobs. You might create a few office jobs, but that's about it. So, but you have to replace all the vehicles and all of the software, all of the hardware, accounting equipment, uniforms, radios and communication equipment. So you got to pay for that shit. The federal government is not just going to hand it over to you. You got to pay for it. Okay. Customs and travel. Okay, there are at least 4 major interstate highways crossing Texas. And look at all the trucks coming to and from Mexico and other states going from coast to coast and all over. You've got harbors. You've got ports that ship goods across the country. So you'd lose all those trucking jobs because they'd have to move to other states that are under the control of customs. The highways, you would have to establish customs laws and enforcement. If they start charging and making it too difficult to cross the state, then those trucks just might bypass Texas entirely because it would cost less to go another route. It may not be easy, but that's what would happen. You've got major airport hubs and entry ports to the United States in San Antonio and Houston and Dallas. All right, you make customs and immigration an issue, and no matter what, Texas would no longer be an entry point or an exit point for the United States because it's not part of the United States. So you lose air traffic. The airports just may no longer use those as a hub anymore. What does that do? You're again destroying jobs. You're destroying revenue. Say goodbye to NASA. Say goodbye to USDA subsidies and grants, which many ranchers and farmers in Texas rely on. HUD and VA financing would no longer be an option. Research facilities, universities, hospitals, would no longer be receiving federal funds. So you lose all of that. Texas residents would no longer be able to join the U.S. military. You're not part of the U.S. Not without some kind of special dispensation. Okay. So the Medicare, Medicaid, possibly Social Security, food stamps, housing supplements from the federal government. That would no longer be coming in. You'd have landlords and rental property owners that would go bankrupt. Entire grocery stores would be shutting down. So you're talking about what amounts to hundreds of thousands, possibly millions of jobs in the state that would no longer exist, because you have the cascade effect from all of the loss of all that federal money. So, and then even tax revenue, money from sales tax, property tax, that would be gone. So, and what does that do? That eliminates more jobs, because now they can't afford to do things like highway and infrastructure construction and maintenance. If they can't afford to pay for it, they can't do it. So you lose more jobs. Then you lose more tax revenue. Then you lose more and more and more, and it all has a trickle-down effect. People like to say, oh, the federal government doesn't create jobs. The hell it doesn't. The hell it doesn't. Anyway, this is a short list. This tells you exactly why Texas or California or any of the states talking about seceding, but especially Texas, it's a stupid idea. So can we just stop talking about it? If somebody starts talking about this, just look them straight in the eye and tell them you're a moron. You're uneducated. You don't think. Please like this video or article that's related to it, and please hit like and subscribe. Share this. Let's put this in the past. Let's stop talking. Just stop talking about it, okay? Just stop. All right, later.